Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, July 5th, 2011. There's a lot to cover. Last week's rally was tremendous for the markets. Today, we're getting the futures to come under some pressure. Right now, futures are down just about 3 points at the. So futures are coming in under a little bit of pressure. That means the U.S. dollar index is catching a bit higher, and certainly we could see that in just a second. We'll pull up the dollar chart here, and you can see the U.S. dollar index futures are trading higher by just about 23 cents at the moment. So dollar up, market under a little bit of pressure, but we'll see what today brings. Normally, the first day after a holiday weekend is normally a light volume trading session, so we'll see if that's what occurs today. Sometimes the market will take what we call a pause day, so we'll see if that is the case. But anyway you slice it or dice, it was a tremendous rally last week, pre-holiday rally, and a big one at that. So again, pretty good resistance levels still in play at the moment, but it was a tremendous move, and we got to respect the market for what it is right now. I still think there's going to be a lot of fireworks going forward for the rest of the year. You do have big news coming out of Europe. Whether this Greek austerity plan is going to work out. You have Italy, which is really coming under a lot of pressure as possibly being the next country in Europe to need a bailout from the EU, the European Union. So we'll see how that all plays out. It's going to be a lot to cover over the next couple weeks. There's also some news last night out of China saying that Chinese banks are in trouble and they're going to need a bailout as well. So when you look at all of this stuff, you have to think that there's going to be a lot going on, especially when China gets involved. That has been known really as the savior of the world, the growth engine, one of the reasons for the big, rallies in the markets. That's really been known as the leading catalyst, so to speak. Now, if China comes under pressure and all of a sudden you have some real bad news coming out of there regarding their banks, that's going to really put pressure on the markets abroad. So we're going to have to watch that one very, very closely. There's a lot of talk about the ECB, European Central Bank, has a plan B just in case the Greek austerity plan fails. I ultimately think it's going to fail. I don't really see a way out of this one. But nonetheless, the market cheered it on last week. It was a time where the volume was very, very light. And a pre-holiday rally, we see that all the time. But if this China thing starts to blow up, watch out. It's reported, today, and all Moody's has said that China's local government debt may be $540 billion larger than what economists and auditors had expected. So that's a big number, and we'll see how it plays out. I don't want to get too crazy over it one way or the other. I'm mostly a short-term trader, so we'll see how it all plays out going forward. But in any case, futures are ticking down a little bit. The dollar is ticking up. Now, there are a couple things to cover here. One, you want to look at oil today. Let's take a look at the USO. USO is trading higher, getting a good little pop before the open, and that's even with the stronger dollar. So you have a nice little move up in oil today. USO closed at 37.15, trading at 37.55. Spot crude is up about 75 cents, right to around $95.68 a barrel at the moment. Now it's a little bit, it's just about 8:30, 8:33 in the morning, so we're getting good little moves there. Gold is also up today. Gold is catching a big pop. The GLD closed at 144.93. Today we're trading at 146.80. That's quite a move higher in gold, and we'll see where that heads today. But that is a big bounce. Gold is a little bit oversold on the daily charts, but good move there. Let's take a look at the SLV, which is silver ETF, and that is catching a big bid back above $34, and that closed at $33. So that's a big move in all the precious metals here and in oil as well. And the dollar is higher, market is slightly lower. So we'll see what today brings. Again, I expect potentially a light volume trading session, but nonetheless, it could cause some problems for the markets. There are a couple stocks to look at that are trading lower. One is ExxonMobil. I don't know if you heard the news, but Exxon has an oil leak in the Yellowstone River, and that is in the state of Montana. And you see ExxonMobil coming under a little pressure. Closed at $82 last Friday. Today it is trading at $81.40 a share. So just down about 60 cents. Not that big of a move lower, but we'll see how bad this oil slick becomes. If anything, for ExxonMobil, I think it's just more bad press for the oil companies as opposed to really any major damage to the stock. So we'll see how that plays out. Now, some stocks that are trading higher, or at least were a little while ago, is AIG. AIG is catching a bid. Again, this stock has been so beaten down on the daily chart, it's really hard to make much out of it, but it has caught a little bit of a bid. It's right up into a gap window, around 30 bucks. So we'll see how that plays out. But I don't expect much more out of AIG. But it is trading higher this morning in the pre-market, and we'll have to respect it. Another stock trading higher this morning is SanDisk. SanDisk is catching a nice bid. Stock closed on Friday at 42.80, trading right around 43.70. So good little move there pre-market. Let's take a look at some coal names. Here's BTU trading up. This could be a move up higher on the oil spill news. So maybe there's going to be more done with coal. Maybe we'll see how that plays out. But in any case, Peabody Energy, which is really the leading coal stock, is trading higher by a fair amount. The stock closed at 59.39, trading up to around 60.40. So up about $1 pre-market. So decent little move there. I don't really see anything else that is really making big moves either way in the morning this morning. I may be missing one or two things, but really good moves if you ask me in oil, gold, and silver. Those are all making nice moves. Watch for a little activity this morning as well in the gold mining stocks. Okay, so we could punch up the GDX. You can see here really having, let me clear this up, really having a nice little surge higher. And all the gold mining stocks could be up this morning. They are oversold as well. So watch for a little activity, at least in the morning, on gold mining stocks. Ultimately, I'm not sure what we can expect out of the mining stocks going forward, but there could be some good activity for trades in there, at least early this morning. Okay? Alrighty, with that said, I think I wrapped everything up that I wanted to. Again, it could be a little bit of a lazy holiday hangover session, but we'll see how the market plays out. In any case, have a good trading day, everybody. See you on the charts at 9:30.